Hello, doctor. My name is 段泽正. Our presentation about etymology and development of English lexemes. My group members have Jiao Yang, Su Lele, Liu Jianmi, Wang Ziyan. We have 5 contents. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, anecdote, basket. Number 3, gymnastic, customer. Number 4, opinion. Number 5, conclusion. Hello everyone, my name is 段泽正. My task is introduction. Etymology is derived from the Greek etymos, mean tree. Etymology is the study of the tree meaning of words. This evolved into etymology by way of the Old French etymology. Etymology is the study of the history of word forms and, by extension, the origin and the evolution of their semantics over time. It is a subfield of historic linguistics and rests on comparative semantics, morphology, semiotics, and phonology. In today's world, English is the number one international language and is preferred by many non-native English speakers when learning a foreign language. As an international social language, English has achieved unprecedented success. English originated in Western Europe. The development of the vocabulary of a national language is closely linked to the history of an entire people. Therefore, if we are to understand the history of the development of English vocabulary, we inevitably have to deal with the history of English as a whole and indeed the history of Britain. Historians of language generally divide the history of English into 3 periods: Old English, AD 450 to 1100, Middle English, AD 1100 to 1500, and Modern English, AD 1500 to the present. In each period, the vocabulary of English has changed in different ways. The vocabulary of English has a strong Germanic character during the Middle English, Present English, underwent major changes word end. Changes mostly displayed as did newness and word order, diction, and intonation become the main segments, indicating the structural relationships of a sentence. In modern English, it was mainly Latin and Greek words that entered English and become an essential part of the written English language and terminology, as well as providing the English language with a large number of synonyms. Next person, please.
Hello, dear doctor and my good friends. My name is Jiao Yang and my metric number is 155773. Today I will introduce 2 words. Number 1 is anecdote. Number 2 is basket. Okay. Number 1, anecdote. Procopius was a famous historian of Byzantine Empire, whose works provide important historical materials for later generations to study the history of Justinian period. During his lifetime, he wrote and published 2 historical works reflecting contemporary history, history of Justin's works, and on architecture in the age of Justinian. In these two books, Properus praised the Byzantine Emperor Justinian here for his great feats of warfare and archery, which led to his promotion to the prefectural post of Constantinople. But more than 1,000 years after his death, another unpublished work by Properus, The Sacred History, was discovered by agents in the Byzantine library. The Sacred History takes its name from the Greek anecdote, which is the plural form of anecdotes, which literally means things that have not yet been made public, and is formed with the negative prefix anecdote, make public. The English word anecdote comes from this literal meaning anecdote, which is not made public, which gradually evolved to mean anecdote. Number 2 word is basket. A basket is a stiff container that is used for carrying or storing objects. Baskets are made from thin strips of materials such as straw, plastic, or were woven together, probably from Old Nestor, French basket from Latin, because basket work harder or Celtic origin. Okay, this is my part. Next person, please.
Hi, I'm Wang Ziyan. Gymnasium. From the Greek gymnos, the word gymnos refers to ancient athletes who often trained naked. So the Greek verb gymnasium means to practice, to train, and now refers to gymnasium because in ancient Greece, people used to exercise naked to show the beauty of the human body. The famous Olympic track race was run in the nude, which the Greeks believed was good for health. Referring the naked statues of ancient Greeks, ancient athletes often trained in the nude. So the Greek verb gymnasium means to practice, from which come to noun gnosin, borrowed from Latin as gymnasium, meaning school. Cognate, gymnastics. In ancient Greece, the ancient Greeks equated all kinds of sports to strengthen the body, but also equated nude sports because they respect to beauty of the body and believed that body fitness can only be reflected through the clothing. So the ancient Greeks called all forms of bodybuilding gymnastic, from generals, naked body. The ancient Greek games only allowed men to compete and watch. So there was nothing embarrassing about competing naked. The word gymnastics in English comes from the Greek gymnastic, and the gymnosin, the Greek gymnosin, meaning a place where gymnastics is practiced. The root gym comes from the gymnos, meaning nude, as in gymnos fist. Custom is an English word, noun, adjective. The word has many meanings, such as customer duties, frequent the store, have been made to order, and so on. Around year 1200, custom, personal, national, or community, from Old French costume. Clothes, modern French dress, from vulgar Latin. Consuetumen, from Latin consuetudium. Habit, usage, manner, practice, familiarity, from consuetus, participle of consuetus habit. Habit means continuous will. choosing to continue to do what one has done. Compared with pause and stale, it implies a great deal of durability. The customer's house, a government office that collects customers' fees at the point of entry and exit, began in the late 15th century. The customer's a place where language is checked at the seaport, airport, and so on, was a definition before 1921. The English word customer has two meanings, customer and customers. How do these two meanings go together? Originally, the original meaning of customer is customer, and it includes customers, because it was originally a customer to pay customers.
Hello everyone, my name is Liu Jianmin. I will answer the question and give my opinion. In your view, is it important to revive the use of English words that are obsolete or no longer widely used today? My answer is, I don't think it's important. I will give my opinion. My first point is communication barriers. Well, with the increasing number of buzzwords nowadays, difficulties may arise in communicating with others using English words that are obsolete or no longer widely used. My second point is time-consuming. If we revert to using English words that are obsolete or no longer widely used today, it will take a lot of time and effort to understand and remember them. I think this is not cost-effective. And then I will give two examples. In 2011, Angus Stevenson, head of the Oxford University Prize Dictionary Project, was tasked with removing 200 words from the 12th edition of the Oxford Dictionary to make way for about 400 new words. And the second exam is GLM estimates that there are now 1,074,372 words in the English language, with 5,366 new words coming into existence each year. Well, all of this illustrates that new English words appear every year, and to make way for these new words, English words that are obsolete or no longer widely used are even removed from the dictionaries. So I don't think it's important to reward to using English words that are obsolete or no longer widely used today. Okay, that's my part. Thank you.
The study of etymology is crucial to learning English. We can only have decent knowledge and slowly learn anything by better knowing its genesis, the principle behind word development and its changing process. In conclusion, these four English terms are not only a random assortment, they all have unique origins and meanings, which is beneficial to our study of English. Each English word should be thought of as a unique individual with unique life experience, since each one has a unique history and unique development. Learning these terms will be more enjoyable if we are familiar with them. English etymology is exceedingly intricate due to the numerous nations that have impacted. Additionally, it is influenced by a few historical allusions, fairy tales, or everyday customs. Our research is to comprehend the development of these terms and some fascinating tales that this language has given us. Learning more about British history, which was inspired by Latin and Greek and has given English more synonyms, is the most crucial first step. We are more likely to study English terms connected to life experience in the future because they can utilize more effectively in daily life and because repeated exposure to some infrequently used words can help people remember them. For instance, a scientist by the name of Cavendish claimed that the water, hydrogen, are inseparable in 1766. Following that, several terms starting with the prefix "hydro" refer to water. If you are unfamiliar with English etymology, I believe that this is a straightforward and atypical arrangement of letters. And after that, learning every new word will involve understanding its origin story, which is unquestionably fascinating and improves the effectiveness of learning English.